Echelon. We're here with Frank Stair. How you doing today?
Doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing.
I don't own this gym. It's owned by Bob Arum and Top Rank. I'm just the manager of this gym, so I just manage the property and everything and everyone that is in it.
How did you end up getting into the situation? Like, how did you build yourself up to be in this type of position?
I was pretty mediocre in school, so through high school, college, I went to the Army. I was mediocre and all that stuff, and just being mediocre in life, and was able to get this in this position.
What school did you go to?
I went to Temple University.
So, with that being said, how do you deal with what is the prime objective when dealing with the boxers in the gym? How you deal with their different characteristics and how do you approach it?
I mean, they're all pain in the ass. If I'm, I don't know if this is like a
no, you good.
Christian thing where we're just, sure or not.
Yeah, he's sweet.
Kids are watching this, but my kids first. So, no, it's just you're right. Different characteristics and different egos and stuff, but they're all pain in the asses in their own way. It's just that like this, man. You treat somebody with respect, and you hope that they give you the same respect back. And it's a privilege, honestly, for me to be in the position I'm in. Obviously, I was just joking. It takes a lot of hard work. I've been with Top Rank for almost 11 years. I've only been in the gym almost 3 years. So it's just paying your dues, working hard, just going up and down the road, learning the business, learning the fighters, developing relationships, and that's where you go. And it's like this. Like I said, it's all about respect. If they're privileged just like I am, but they're more privileged. They get to use this gym. A lot of fighters in here aren't signed to Top Rank, that's the objective, is to have Top Rank fighters to have a place to train and have training camps and prepare for fights should they be in Las Vegas. But other than that, it's respect. You give me respect, you get respect. That's just about it. But sometimes you gotta put your foot down and be a little stern, which I've had to do this week. I'll probably have to do again maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Looking forward to it.
Was you a boxer?
I boxed. I boxed. Oh, here we go. I got Derek Harmon.
You didn't box shit.
No, you're here. Derek Harmon, who is...
you said you boxed.
Derek Harmon. Derek Harmon, former #1 contender, multi-time world title challenger. He's here today, and he's somebody...
Who you talking to? We're alive with Sport Podcast. Sport Podcast of Dream by Dream Festival.
But I'd rather have him come join me in the interview.
You can be there.
That's a good friend of mine. We've had each other's backs for many years. We both worked for Top Rank. But Derek knows a little bit more about what it's like to be a fighter. He fought at the highest level. I respect him for that. But I still gotta abuse him once in a while. Just like he abuses me as well. He gives it. He was a good southpaw counter puncher when he fought.
Wow, that's
the same way he is when it comes to abusing one another. He can dish it out and he can also take it.
So with that being said, how's it for you when you come into this gym? You deal with the different characteristics of fighters. How do you counter it? Like, how does it affect you physically?
Well, I look at what we did in the early 90s and 2000s, and I somewhat try to compare today's guys with the guys that I fought. Just like the guys before me compared me to them. So that's what I see, I think.
And what I was saying, I was like, it's about respect. We have different egos, and everybody has a different case.
Yeah, everybody got egos, but only very few deserve.
Yeah. But it's that they give you respect, and right. At the end of the day, you let everybody, you let them be who they are. You let them have whatever personality it is. That's because I have a personality. Some people don't get it or like it, but it's tough shit.
And having a personality is no more than a style of boxing. Everybody has their own style. Everyone has their own personality. So, you know what I'm saying? So when you got to go in the ring and fight a person's style, on the outside of that in life, you got to deal with that person's personality as well. If you can't defeat that one in there,
I want to say one of the things, and I mean it's joking, but it's also the same thing. One of my favorite things Derek will say, and he says it jokingly, but it's it's also the truth. You'll still come in there, walk around, we'll see in the gym, and be like, you know what, Frank, a lot of these guys need to go out and get real jobs. And this is from somebody that knows, and it's a joke, and we get a good laugh at it.
Right.
But I feel the same way. There's some people that may be doing it too long, may be unqualified. You might have guys, trainers, fighters, managers, might be unqualified for the position that they're in. And you can kind of see it. You can kind of see it's just like, you're a boxing fan?
Yeah, I'm a boxer and a boxer.
So I mean, as a fan's perspective, and in our case, we think we're experts. You can see somebody and you can say this person has potential, but that person can either fuck up their potential, or they can live up to it and exceed the potential. And we, you have that talent to see that. Even as a fan, you can have that talent. A Bruce Carrington, a Kermel Moton. You see those guys now, and a lot of people get behind them.
Abdullah Mason.
Mason. So you say something like that. Right now, it looks good, but they need to dedicate themselves. They need to do the right thing. They need to stay out of trouble. They need to, not get wrapped up in personal relationships that are going to distract them from their ultimate goal. You got a lot of time to do this stuff, and I know I'm kind of derailing, but the way I see it is a lot of these young fighters need to focus, and they can retire young. I mean,
either one or two things. If either it's not for them or they're not committed to it. So that's just like your podcast, right?
Yep.
If you treat it like back in the days when we said we're going swimming, then you see us, we sit on the edge of the pool digging our legs, and we really didn't go swimming.
Right.
And that's what some people are doing in their careers. Yeah. So my whole thing is, if you're not going to be, is either quit or be exceptional. Why? Boxing is not something that you can come to and say, well, I'm going to give it 50% to it, because you can die in the ring. I've been to 2 fights where I see a guy on a Thursday press conference, weigh in, fight Saturday, Sunday he's dead. So either you're going to give it 110% or you're not. And a lot of these people don't understand what it takes to really put into it to get what you want out. So you see them in here, and it's not that they're lack of talent, their lack of commitment. They don't know what they don't know what the commitment is.
Well, a lot of guys are here for the wrong thing. A lot of guys think it's a fast track to being a celebrity,
and it's not.
And this isn't.
That's why I say you can't put 50 cents into a particular sport like that, because you can come out injured.
Yeah.
So this is something that you got to dip your whole self into it and put 100% into it, so you can get the rewards, the value that you want back out of it. So that's why when we walk here, we laugh like he didn't get a job.
And it's true. And he means it. Derek's just naturally just has that dry humor. But he's serious, and guess what? It is. It matter. There's a fighter in Vegas right now
too,
who and I don't want to speak too much, who had an incident during a fight, and he's not doing very well. And we pray for him. We hope the best for him. And this is just a part of the game. And you got to take this. A lot of. And I'm not against the celebrity boxing and the YouTube boxing, but it's you got to really come in here and take this shit serious. You can't come in, you can't be fucking around, your head can't be somewhere else, because you do get hurt. And there's been, him more than me. I haven't been in the business as long as he has. People come and go, and remember, this shit has a long-lasting effect on you as well. You're gonna go, later in your years, and the concussions that you deal with, and the traumatic stuff you've been through in a fight, it's gonna take its toll as you get older.
So when y'all, that's a lot taking. So when y'all get done coming from the gym, and then you guys go home.
Well, Derek works with Bob Arum directly. So Derek gets to go out and enjoy the private. If you look at his Instagram and his Facebook, he's on the private jets. He's living a good life right now. He's out there whining and dining at the nicest restaurants. And then he comes dressed like this.
Yeah, but he get to see talent that I don't see though.
But Derek, like I said, Derek knows too. I've been on the road as well, just as much. So it's different parallels to this business. Honestly, in this business, you kind of got to be lucky. And then if you ever get into the position like you're in, if you're in this position, the only people are always like, I want a break. You don't get a break. You just fucking work and you work and you work, and you just end up where you belong. And to some people, they're going to think you got a break. They're going to say, you get to a position working hard and hard to where you're at. Eventually somebody's going to say like, yo man, I want to be where you're at. And you're just going to be like, why? But it's true. And we're all blessed in our own ways. You're blessed, as Derek's blessed. We're all blessed in our own way. But that's why we just, we wake up every day, thank God, and we come to work and we do what we got to do.
Remember, the success of your podcast, right? Yep. Requires you to put in 100%.
Well, yeah. Well, that's I guess.
You gotta give it 100%. You can't just like, so I'm gonna do it 2 days a week and go to the gym 2 days a week. I'm gonna run 2 days a week, and I'm gonna be world champion. No, you're not.
That's not happening.
It's not happening. You ain't putting 2 days a week. It's a 7-day, 365-day job. The reason why I say that because you can physically work your body, but at some point in time, your mind will say the body's gonna need a rest. Now, this is when we go start studying about food, nutritionists, creating value, build the character within ourselves, or studying food and fitness, or just personal growth. You know, things that will help build your mind up to help you to become successful. Because a lot of people think boxing is physical. Boxing is all in your head. And Frank hear me say this all the time. You've seen champions 105, 250. Skinny, fat, short, tall, slow, those who hit hard, those who didn't hit hard. All have been world champion for a reason. It wasn't by luck, it was intentional. So your skills makes a difference, but it's how you think and how you believe in yourself. That's where it's at.
It's an honest sport. You know, if you lie to boxing, it's going to tell on you. And we've seen it happen many times in the gym and in the fights, and you can tell. We know what the excuses are already. You know, and like I said, it's with Derek. The good thing about Derek being around is he's been there. He's been in, you know, at the high level. He's grinded to get to the high level, so he knows he's, you know, from Chicago. So, you know, comes from the slums and you know, has got to where he is as a fighter. Much success as a fighter, not much success as an executive in the game. So, you know, he knows, he sees it, and he does. You talk to these fighters, and some of these young fighters, they and they dismiss it, and it's cool. But you know, the thing is you hope later on in life that they say, you know what, Derek told me, Frank told me, this person, that person told me they were right. And sometimes you don't know fire's hot until you touch it.
So how did y'all end up getting to Vegas? How y'all get to this point? Get here?
So I went there's this website, delta.com, and I maybe about 16 years ago, 17, 18 years ago, something like that, I booked a flight for my wife and my daughter, and I drove out here.
Oh, they
just drove out here like on a whim.
Oh, you said you booked a flight for her, then you drove out here. We know how he's in Indiana, so we know Larry Hoover probably bought him a ticket.
I love my job. Don't get me wrong, I love my job. When I was a kid, my dream wasn't to be a boxing gym manager. So I mean, it's just, again, this is a part of the grind where I'm at. This is a part of my, you know, this is my path of what I take. I love being involved in the business and the sport of boxing, and I'm probably going to do it until the day I die. And you know, this is just the you know, the stop in my path, in my journey to where I'll eventually end up. And I don't know where I'm going to end up, but you know, God does, and you know, I hope I'm very successful, and I'm, you know, able to provide for my kids what I was unable to have when I was a child.
I know you might have said it already, but where are you from?
Philly, originally, but I'm from here. I've been here since 2006. So.
Okay. So what
I'm from your neck of the woods.
Indianapolis?
No.
But you Chicago.
Chicago. So
Yeah,
I grew up in
Chicago.
Evanston on the north side. I spent my last 10 years living downtown. So I used to go to Full Park, 42nd and Princeton.
Yeah, okay.
Train.
Yeah.
And then I moved here in '93. But I've been in Indiana a couple times transitioned.
But why'd you come here though?
Because
For boxing.
some other things took place. You know, grew up in Chicago, and like I was here for a training camp for Montel Griffin.
Okay.
And so it was time to go home. Like, oh no, I stay here for a couple of months and going home in '94, getting my stuff, and figure if I wanted to live and I wanted to do something with boxing and maybe whatever, this is the place to be.
Okay.
So in '94, I just stayed here and I've been living ever since.
So when y'all go home, how does this affect y'all relationship with y'all family?
It's terrorist shit. Shit. No, I mean,
What do you
listen.
mean by that?
You gotta listen. If you gotta. This is when you get in a position, and I'm blessed to be in a position I'm at because I get to bring my, you know, my kids and let them see what it is that I do, and you know, I hope they can learn some values from it, what to do, what not to do.